Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. I wanted to come back and I'm called to come back and continue to discuss about these principles of the law of one. For them, I'm offering ideas. For this is the world of ideas that we're discussing, and practical ideas sometimes for this great time of transformation. And so only take whatever resonate with you. There is so many aspects and beliefs and angles to look at life from. It's infinite in reality. So I'm going to just discuss those ideas. One is that there is this quantum codes that are coming from the sun, that is white and yellow, this white and yellow ray of the sun that is really the solar ray, to integrate that as much as possible, to turn towards the sun. For we have to balance the organic and the crystalline. There is a crystalline evolution, unification of the two natures that are crystalline nature is going to overwrite eventually. The crystalline codes are going to overwrite all the other codes. For the quantum flow is gaining rhythm. It's like to continue to practice unity, and there is no other timeline possible but the ascension and the freedom and the ascension. For the inorganic, all the inorganic elements of that matrix is going to be they're getting dissolved and they're falling away as there's never been, like as they never existed. But there is but it's been going on for years, and it's like it's a slow process. Now we're seeing it, and so there is a sense of loss and sadness as well, because we're losing a certain aspect of ourselves, but they will be replaced by far greater aspect. And so, the more we're experiencing oneness, the more we're understanding our source feels, God feels, for all these. For you want always to seek constancy in your flow, to be constant in your flow as much as possible, to return to your sovereign choice, to make your sovereignty, anchor this sovereignty. And telepathy is going to come more and more, the ability to transfer energy between two souls. But for that, it's not techniques that will teach us telepathy. No technique or practice can. It's just raising our frequency. We need to raise our frequency, and then it comes naturally to more unity consciousness. We need to harmonize our own energy with the energy of our soul, and then we need to balance out to balance out our energy beyond the world of 3D. For it is, we want to stay as peaceful as possible. And although we're submitted to high and low, understanding this pandemic is unifying the world around a common suffering, a common lack of freedom. So there is this process of unification that is happening. It will soon end. We also want to understand that we're all unique, and we're absolutely unique, and we're all equal in the hands of God. Yet, even if those who are not programmed to wake up, they still have this divinity within themselves. The question is, what is your unique mission? Why are you here on the earth for? And do you understand? Do you know what you're here for? And for it is. For we want to be in equality. Always look at everyone on a point of equality. Yes, remain in your place in relationship to the relationship. It's like when everybody's in its place, like Confucius said, the three cardinal relationship: the relationship between father and son, husband and wife, and king and his subject. Everybody's when we are in our place, we feel completely integrated and right. Yet there is no higher, there is no lower. There is just, and we're not equal either, because we're all different and unique. So just be yourself, yet never think that you're higher than anybody else. So it's like it's a good position to stay on equal level. Also, I want to say that when we look at a movie, we always participate in the action of the movie. It is our story. There is a lot of interest in sci-fi movie, but sci-fi is not science and it's not fiction. It is recalling memory of an old drama on the higher planes. All the things that we're living on the earth also existed on the galactic planes. The competition between star nations, the desire for conquest, the desire to be, and then conflict and war, and all those things happened. And so we created the earth for resolving that. We all come from very different star nations and belief systems, and so that's why people react very differently and have all kinds of stuff. Because once we can resolve our problem down here, we'll resolve many problems up there. For the galactic wars lasted for years and years, millions of years. eventually the first model of Christic consciousness, love, unity, and unconditional forgiveness was a Merlin form 13 million years ago that came from Sirius. It was a solution, because at some point certain star nations said, well, let's try to cooperate, let's find unity, let's find balance instead of competing with each other. And eventually there's a lot of people that are betting on how this grand drama of creation will be solved, when, how. it's all part of a grand experiment. I'm going to come back to that. If you want a private session, do not hesitate to send me an email. And I thank you for watching, for liking, for sharing, for commenting, and for subscribing, and for your donations. For past and present, we want to be in the now as much as possible. Yet, for the past and the future, is to let go of that. Yet, we want to look at it. This is just a perspective I'm offering here. The past would be action. We were called into action, and right now we are assessing, we are ascending. It's a step-by-step process of ascension, and where with coming in the future is the light. Much is gonna be discovered. The present is like, when we move into the present, into fifth dimension, it is like magic. It is like all kinds of things happen. What we're working on now is unity. We want to discover more how God sees life through the eyes of unity. And the outcome will be the request. We're going to be able to ask, to make clear prayer, we're going to be able to program to ask and we shall receive. It's going to be far more faster, and we're going to ask something and we're ready. It's happening. There's a great deal of new powers, new insight that is coming. For all universe were created, but atheists will disagree with me, but it's okay that we don't have to all agree on many things. We can be at peace. We don't need to win any arguments. But I know it's not a belief. It is the knowledge that all universes were created by a supreme creator, one intelligence, and it is in all and inside all beings. It is there. It is a multi-dimensional holographic matrix that is ascending. We all came here to learn the lessons of love, and it's it's also a grand experiment, and we are being watched by so many higher intelligence. They're not going to interfere. It is like they're looking through a microscope. All those little cells, how they're going to come together to create this one body, this unity consciousness body on the planet. They will interfere as little as possible, yet they're sending assistance when we call on them. For we need to graduate the third, the fourth, and the fifth dimension. And for now, our cellular structure is on the first density, the organ and the physical body is on the second density, and our mind consciousness, traditionally of human beings right now, is a third density program that is conditioned by the senses, recognized as real by the ego. For the ego is useful, and we don't want to be dominated by the ego, but we need enough ego to act, to know that we are one. We are the one. And do not diminish, so that you don't diminish, you don't lose yourself in this, become completely passive in this process. So you want to. So the third dimension is the mental body is a third dimension. Eventually, it will evolve. It evolves into higher planes of the third and fourth dimension. And the emotional body is in the fourth density. It's like a lower emotion on the lower part, higher emotion on the higher part of the fourth density. But everything is going to be these crystalline codes are rewriting all our cellular programs from the first to the fourth density, and everything's going to be aligned. Our astral body, our emotional body, our mental body, and the physical body are going to be aligned and move into fifth dimension once we graduate from fourth density. Which will at which point we won't need a physical body. We'll have a light body that will continue to increase in frequency and quality of frequency, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in dimension. For beyond 10, I'm having a hard time. I'm not really concerned beyond the 10th dimension right now. For humanity is graduating from third to fourth dimension, first density, and it is what. And those who do not graduate from third to fourth dimension, fourth density, will be sent back to the second density, and they'll start the course of third density all over again. But for us, it's like to accept this graduation and to move forward with that, and to continue to follow your heart. Your own heart is where the truth lies, is to the ability to follow. But being in the fifth dimension is just to be present in the now. It's always been there. We just missed it, and for a long time. But there is no shortcut. We have to to go one step at a time, one day at a time, and there is no need to have regret for things that we missed or that for things that we failed. All the failures is like because we did something. The biggest regret is not to have tried something, because if you don't try, you don't know. So it's better to do and fail than to not try at all. For when we move from the now, from the present to the present, so there's all kinds of magical, it feels like great magical, there is like amazing worlds that are opening to our consciousness. Yet when we communicate with our higher self, we can feel very small, we can feel very ignorant, and because when we communicate with our higher self, it's like, higher self knows when we don't, so know that you don't know, and that will stay humble. We have to stay humble enough, because before we can communicate with our higher self, if we believe that we know more and that we are, that our limited knowledge is more powerful than anything else, there is no place for our higher self. So when you stay humble and you know that you don't know, you open the door for your higher self. For your higher self is knocking on your door every day. It wants to come in. It wants to become part of you, this dominant part of you. It's got this all powerful knowledge. It is connected to the cosmic mind, the supreme creator. For we are just travelers here, like any other travelers. It's like, but do not take yourself too seriously. We have to let go of our belief in order to find joy and laughter. It is not important to win argument. It is important to flow, to be present, to enjoy life. My take. After that, everybody's doing what they're gonna do anyway. So it's like just to share some thoughts and ideas. The highest wisdom is the unfinished symphony. It is about seeing what it is we need to do, the tweaking inside to free ourselves from within. It's like to address those things. What we need to understand is breathing. How many conscious breaths do you take every day? No matter what, sometimes there's this deep breath that is conscious. You're aware that you're breathing deeply, that you can empty your lungs, bring your navel inside so it can hook with your heart. Well, it's a difficult technique, but just breathing consciously. Every time we breathe consciously, we're increasing our frequency. What we need to do is the crossroads. It's like making the choice to go right, to go left, and to know that on our path that we're going to cross the road with other people that we're gonna be able to co-create with. And the outcome is not for you. It's understanding everything that is not happening now is not for you now. So whatever's now is really where you find your joy within what is now. And then we're going to find the soulmates. There's the soulmates that are going to be coming, and they're going to come into our life. So we need to take care of ourselves, to do this inner work, to complete this inner process, to do those little to address those little aspects that needs to be addressed. For there is an infinite number of perspective in the universe. It's unlimited, and they're just angles. Perspective is an angle. So when you have circular mind, you don't have any perspective. You allow yourself to be totally in the acceptance that all perspective have some value on some level. But yet, in the process of our day, we have to utilize special angle and special curves in order to ascend. Master Todd explained that. There is certain point of view that are more expansive, that are more right, more attuned to that which we seek, and then sometimes letting go of our beliefs in order to move into a curve. When we're in the presence, we do not need thought. We are beyond thought, and so do not doubt your mission. Know that all the dark layers are being removed, and day after day, they've been going on for a long time. This removal, and trust in the simplicity of God. For there is sometimes we create a lot of complication for ourselves when it's not really necessary. We just need to let go and be in the present as much as possible. Well, I hope you enjoyed this message. I hope you can find some practical aspect to it as well. I'm going to sing a song to finish. It's a song that speaks about the visitation of an angel. When we connected to our guardian angel, we realize our immortality, we realize our freedom, we are able to fly in our thoughts. It goes like this. Angel come down from heaven yesterday. She stayed with me just long enough to rescue me. And she tells me a story yesterday about the love between the moon and the deep blue sea. And she spread her wing high over me, and she said, I shall return tomorrow. And I say, fly on, my sweet angel, fly on through the sky. Fly on, my sweet angel, tomorrow I will feel you by my side. And sure enough, this morning comes to me, where silver wings silhouette against the glow of a child's sunrise. And as the bluebird and sparrows envy me, she say, I love you, little boy, and today you shall fly. She kissed me once, and the feeling so good she made me cry. And now we fly together. And I say, fly on, my sweet angel, fly on through the sky. Fly on, my sweet angel, together we shall always be alive. And song from Jimi Hendrix. It's one of the lightest songs of Jimi. He's a wonderful musician. And so, connect to your angel. Your guardian angel is actually the go-between you and all the other spirits of the universe. So just call on your angel. She's like, he or she will come to you. And but they're very subtle, and they're very difficult to and it's an energy transfer. Energy, they're always there, always protecting, guarding you, and they have great sense of humor. They're very light, the angels, and they're always like good sense of humor. But they don't take no, they're like no nonsense kind of beings. Also, they know the truth. But ask them, ask your guardian angel what you need, what you want. Just do not be afraid to communicate, and they already know you, so there's nothing to hide from your guides. The card of the day is the card of strength. It's the Archangel Ariel, beautiful Ariel. She says, strength and grace expressed through kindness. Trust in yourself, forgiveness. Very much about the heart opening. It's very, very powerful heart opening, and express your strength and your power through gentleness. It is very important to be gentle with yourself and with others. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much. Namaste.